Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. I know it has been a while, but I've just been really busy with school stuff and it's the weekend, so I figured I might as well get my 2020 election prediction out as of September. I know it has been a while, but I am glad to be back. And as you can see, I have done a lot of likely margins for each party. That is just because I think it will be a likely margin. But I do think that they will be like relatively safe states for either party. Like Oregon, obviously, is a safe state, but I think Joe Biden will win it by around 14 percentage points. So let's get into the rest of the video. So yes, Joe Biden's lead has narrowed up, but I will save you guys some time and say that I do think Joe Biden will still win, but I will be going over how Donald Trump could still win the election. Not looking very good for him. 538 gives Donald Trump only a 22% chance at winning the election, which is horrible for an incumbent, obviously. But, yeah, let's just get into it. So, as for Donald Trump, I think Iowa is getting to be an even more, quote-over-quote, safe state for him. Now, not necessarily all of these states are safe for either party, but Iowa is starting to lean more red. No polls have really come out of Iowa, which is why I'm just going to stick it in the Donald Trump column, as almost no polls have been coming out recently. And as for Biden, just a couple of likely states I would put Nevada and New Hampshire. Not necessarily a likely margin, but a likely as in he has like an 80 to 90% chance of winning the state. I just do not see Donald Trump winning New Hampshire or Nevada, so I will put them as likely for Joseph Biden. Now, even more for Biden. I do think that he will pick up Minnesota. I'm going to do Minnesota, even though I do think it will be a lean margin. I am doing Minnesota first, as it has been a reliably blue state throughout decades, and I think Joe Biden will win it by around 5 percentage points. Obviously, Hillary Clinton did horrible in the state. She actually almost lost it to Donny Boy, but she did win it by a lean margin. As other people do, I would have put it as a tilt margin. But yeah, Joe Biden obviously already gets Hillary Clinton's numbers, which is obviously very good for him. Now, I am going to be switching this up a little bit. I do think it will be narrower for Biden, but I do think he will still win. Michigan, I will put it in the lean column, as I think Joe Biden will win it by around 6 percentage points. I don't think he'll get it over that likely margin. Obviously, there's always the chance, but I do think that it will be a lean margin. But what I want to share with you guys is I actually did a TikTok on this. Joe Biden has a better chance of winning Mississippi than Donald Trump does at winning Michigan. That's huge. I mean, Donald Trump has a 87% chance at winning Mississippi, and Joe Biden has an 88% chance of winning Michigan, which means Trump has a 12% chance here, and Biden has a 13% chance in Mississippi. So, I mean, that's just, huge for the Joe Biden campaign. I mean, that's just huge. I mean, winning Mississippi, a state that has been red for, I believe, since Jimmy Carter. I mean, God, that's just huge for Joe Biden. So, actually, I will move Mississippi down to lean, but that's just huge. Yeah. And I believe he has a better chance in South Carolina too. But I will keep both of these as likely, as I do not believe that is true. Now, as for Maine's 2nd district, not much polling has been out of there. A lot of polling has actually been good for Biden right now, as their chances, it is actually a 50-50 split. But in 2016, Donald Trump won it by a relatively good margin, which is why I'm going to give it to him, as I don't think Joe Biden can drastically move over that much of a percent. I mean, he definitely could in Texas, as we saw in the Senate elections, but I do not see Joe Biden winning Maine's 2nd district. It's obviously possible. It is a 50-50 chance right now, but I do not see it happening. on Election Day. Now, this is where we get into, like, which states do I do first? Because all of these are relatively close. At RCP polling averages, Biden is winning in Ohio. Don't think he will, but so I'll save that for later. But like, right now, I think I'm just going to do the Sun Belt and then move my way over to the Rust Belt, as I always do. So Georgia, Donald Trump is winning in Georgia. We have not seen much good news for Biden, except that Donald Trump is only winning by around a 1% margin, which is obviously big, but all the talk in Georgia has gone down, which is why I'm going to give it to Donald Trump as a lean margin, as I think he'll win it by around 3 percentage points, maybe a little over 2. But definitely could see Joe Biden winning this. I think it would be a surprise on Election Day if he did. But at the moment, I do not see Joe Biden winning it, as it looks way too weird. And I just don't see it happening. Now, more good news for Donald Trump. Texas, I put over in the lean, as also talks of like Joe Biden winning Texas have died down quite a bit in Texas, except for in 538. They did a podcast on it recently. But at the moment, I just do not see Joe Biden winning Texas, as I feel like enthusiasm has gone down a lot for Joe Biden in Texas. Now, as we move over to, I'm just going to go here because Arizona is obviously going to be a shocker state if Joe Biden does win it. But Florida, we've seen in RCP averages, I believe Joe Biden's only winning it by 1.6%. And in 538 polls, it's relatively the same. So it's kind of really hard to categorize it as either party. But Donald Trump's numbers have like drastically gotten better over just the past couple weeks. They've dropped from like 5% up for Biden to around 1.5 for Biden. So I'm actually going to put this Florida as a tilt Republican state. Now we go over to Arizona. Not a big surprise. I do see Joe Biden winning Arizona. Right now, actually, in I forget what type of poll it is. I'm not going to change the map, but I believe it's one of these. I believe it's Cook Political Report. Arizona is now a lean for them, which is obviously huge for the Biden campaign, as Donald Trump won it in 2016 by a lean margin. But right now, I'm going to categorize it as lean, but it definitely could be tilt for Joe Biden. But right now, I'm going to put it as lean. Now, North Carolina. North Carolina is a really hard state to categorize. That's what she said. But in 538 polls, Joe Biden is winning it by a little over 1%. And in RCP polls, he's winning it by a little under 1%. So it is really hard to categorize. But right now, for the Biden camp, I'm going to put it as tilt, even though in past elections, I know I have categorized it for Donald Trump. And as you can see, that does barely put Joe Biden over 270. Now we move over to the Rust Belt. I know I already characterized Michigan and Minnesota, but that's because those are these two states in the Rust Belt that I think will be very solid for either party. We move over to Ohio. I'm going to put that as lean, as Donald Trump drastically outperformed the polls in Ohio and Iowa. In RCP polls, Joe Biden's actually leading in Iowa by 2.4%. But like no polling has been done recently in RCP, and 538 does show Donald Trump ahead. So I'm going to categorize it as lean, as I think Donald Trump will win it by around 3-4%. Now we move over to the two last states. Oh, wait, I totally forgot about Nebraska's 2nd district. I'll do that last, actually, because why not? But Wisconsin, I'm going to have to put as lean, because I know the polls were drastically wrong in 2016, but polls have gotten way better, way more accurate. People have been spending way more money on them. And A-plus rated pollsters are giving Joe Biden like a +6, +7% chance or margin. And I do think it will be around 4 percentage points, but I do not think it will be by too much. Now, Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania is actually the weakest state for Joe Biden right now. And I find that surprising, as he was born in Pennsylvania out of these 4 states. I actually find that like very surprising, as he was born in Scranton, Pennsylvania, just around there. I find it very odd, but at the moment, I will put it as a tilt state for Joe Biden. I honestly could see it going to Donald Trump, but if Pennsylvania went to Donald Trump, then Michigan and Wisconsin would most likely go to Trump, as the Rust Belt usually votes together. But I do not see, like, if Pennsylvania flipped, I do not see Michigan flipping or Wisconsin, which is why I'm categorizing Pennsylvania as a tilt blue, because usually the Rust Belt votes together, and Wisconsin and Michigan are both pretty strong for Biden. So I'm going to put Pennsylvania as a tilt. Now, I'm going to be going over how Donald Trump can win. It won't be very hard, but honestly, in the debates, I do see Joe Biden crushing Donald Trump, just because Donald Trump has made himself look like a fool recently. No hate, but he has been saying some very controversial things in past, like, briefings and anonymous sources. Oh wait, I totally forgot Nebraska's 2nd District again. Nebraska's 2nd District, reliably Republican in the past 2 elections, and I'm going to put it as tilt for Donald Trump. Okay, anyway, now this is Trump winning. So obviously to win, he would need North Carolina, and he would need Arizona. And I do see this happening, not by very much, but I do see it happening. North Carolina would not be a shocker if he won that. Arizona, I think it would be a pretty big shocker if he won it, honestly. But he can actually win without it, and I'm going to go over that. So obviously right now, the election looking tight. Now let's say, oh no, Donald Trump wins Pennsylvania. It's a 269 tie. I really hope this doesn't happen, because that would be horrible. But the way Donald Trump could win is winning Pennsylvania and winning Wisconsin, which is not the strongest state for Biden, winning by around 6.7%, I believe, in our RCP polls. And if that had the same swing, which I do not think it will, Donald Trump would win it by around 0.5%. Again, don't see that happening, but it definitely could. But if any of the Rust Belt states goes red, I do see Michigan still standing out blue, just because very, very strong for Biden. And as I said earlier, Donald Trump has less of a chance winning Michigan than Joe Biden does winning Mississippi. So I see Michigan standing out. But if I'm going to go over Donald Trump's best case scenario quick, which would obviously be winning Michigan, winning Minnesota, winning New Hampshire, winning Arizona, and Colorado and New Mexico. I'm going to let you guys take a guess. Which one do you think is more solid? Colorado is actually a little bit more solid, because Donald Trump's approval rating in New Mexico is -10, and that's the exact same as Arizona. So if Donald Trump were to win one of these, I would say it would be New Mexico, but I do not see him winning Colorado. And obviously he would win Nevada. Y'all might be thinking, oh, what about Oregon? He won't win Oregon. Same thing with Virginia. Same thing with Colorado. Well, yeah, I'd like to thank you guys for watching. Sorry I have not posted in a while. Just been really busy lately. And I just have not really felt like making videos. But especially with RBG dying, that has had a pretty big effect on me. I know that was just recently, and that's no excuse. But it has had a little bit of an effect on me. But yeah, I would like to thank you guys for watching, and I might do a video tomorrow. I don't know, probably not. But if so, I will see you guys tomorrow.